They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Tennessee Titans. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. On first down, Carr. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for the Raiders.
Las Vegas, first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Second and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. So a nice run right there. And worth mentioning their usual starting running back out this week. The hope is it's just a short-term absence. But this is where it pays, Charles, to have a quality reserve that you can turn to when you need him.
And to me, they definitely have that because the slack, and he's likely going to see a big share of carries as this one progresses. And how many times do we see running backs jump into the breach and have big games?
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now after the INT, it's Carr taking a shot for Samuel. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Looking deep for Julio. Oh,
is all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the counter, it's Henry. First down and much more for Henry. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Titans are on the board first here in Vegas.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Raiders nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Carr. Flush to his right. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
Got an open man. It's Ruggs.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Their own 13-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. Nice little nifty play for them there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love this? Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field.
106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Well, Derrick Henry, the league's leading rusher in 2019. You wouldn't think a man that big could motor like that, but he can all right, and he proved it right there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And a fast footwork by White. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A handoff, Adams running left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
On play action, Rodgers. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now a handoff to Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the 1st quarter.
Titans 14, Raiders 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back-and-forth 1st quarter of play. Now on 2nd and 13, Carr completes this out left to Ruggs. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, Henry. Dances by him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 131 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
21. Raiders 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Oh, he bowls over him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the Titans are going to take over here up near the 40. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And just shutting him off there. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot.
Touchdown! That's caught. Derrick Henry on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Raiders 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, now Carr. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it now.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this all the way down inside the Vegas 20. A big play that time for the Titans. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers. A first down carry for Henry. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And that takes us from second to third down.
Third down and 7 yards to go.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost him.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Vegas.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Carr now to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Curtis Samuel with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Foyesade and Milliken. There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide.
How about the anticipation of the play, reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Throwing is Rodgers. Looking downfield for Jones. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play that time for the Titans.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On first down, Henry. Man, 206 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Man open, here is Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. This is a 26-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On second and a yard, Rodgers. Caught by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And it's a Titans touchdown. Julio Jones, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And that'll make this a three-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On play action, it's Carr. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And got his man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there for the Raiders. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they want. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And the Titans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
To throw is Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers, and the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play there for the Raiders.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Titans are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Henry. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. My, oh my, 237 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play, with the score Titans 45, Raiders 28.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. A big play that time for the Titans.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
On 1st down, Henry. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On play action, now Rodgers. Rolling to his right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. From the gun, it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for Vegas. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's eye view of that throw. And it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
Flush to his right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. They find some open field here. Powers through him. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now at first down, Henry with a little bit of running room. Nice gain. He'll get about 6 yards there.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do?
Touchdown, Titans! A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Titans are looking like they'll move to 6-1 as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Raiders 28.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's.
And my goodness, another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
First down, Tennessee.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
A check down here for Henry.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
Rodgers now to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Second down and goal. Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 13. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Meanwhile, Rodgers throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. Bust through the tackle. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry punching it in from a yard away. And the Titans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a play fake. Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. Henry, and he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
On first down, it's Henry, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. But, Charles, it's one thing to win.